Welcome to another episode of Mind Brain Movies. I am your Sherpa into the Mind Brain Hope. We are continuing our spooky season here as Liz yawns, probably from the exhaustion of terror she just went through. We're we're on our third movie of spooking Liz and facing her fears. Today we did the movie Us. Liz, aka Dr. Gremlin, how are you doing? Let's get that out of the way. How are you?
I am not. I am not doing.
You're not doing.
I okay, hold on. So, when she was a little girl, she switched places with her shadow, right?
Mhm.
And
That's
therefore,
spoiler alert, people. That is the twist.
oh. So therefore, the shadow self won.
Yes.
That's why she was the only one that could talk.
Yes. Even though it was stilted, it was why she could talk because she still remembered being able to talk from a child.
Now it all makes sense.
The gears are turning. The brain, the juices are
Like
flowing.
the look that she was giving the sun was kind of like, wait, was the sun also a shadow or
No, the son figured it out though.
because she was with his, well, actually no, his real mom was that one, the shadow.
But he knew the trick because at towards the end he was like, "Oh no, it's a trap." And he like got everyone out of the car and then like he saw how the two Addies were like, you know, playing with each other and not playing, but like fighting with each other. And he was like, "Oh, wait, it's clicking. It's clicking." So,
Well, I mean, not that it would really matter to him, I guess, because that's still his mom. Right? Like the other lady was nobody, like he's never met before.
I mean, yes and no. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's still like so, like I can't, like my brain, you guys, is like so, like I'm tired. I can't think anymore. I mean, I wasn't like full on scared with this one. I thought I
Mhm.
was gonna be like more creeped out, but this is what you say it's more like psychological horror,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
correct.
okay, yeah, I think I can handle like stuff like this, but damn, I'm gonna be thinking about it for like the next few days. I'm just gonna be like,
That's what
wait a
psychological
minute.
horror does to you. It's a thinker. But honestly, all of Jordan Peele's movies have been thinkers though.
I for I think I was like halfway through the movie when I started getting worried that we might never actually know the real answer. That would have gotten me mad if
Yeah.
it never revealed like what happened. But then like at the end they did, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. At least we know. Because then that would have like tripped me out for even longer.
Right.
So some random persons were like, let's create doubles of everyone in the world, and then it didn't work out, and then they were just
See,
abandoned
that's the thing. Like there is no set reason why like the shadow people, the tethered live underground. They just do. I think it was his I was reading up on some things and it was how he say like um the haves and the have-nots of the society, just how things play out and how, one little choice can switch everything in a person's life, you know?
there. I don't understand why they didn't cook the rabbits.
You're
You know,
stuck on that part
listen,
of
like
all
that
the
was
things
gross. That was like the extra gross part to me.
all the Thanks. Oh my god.
Well, I think it's because like I do this for a living. Like the considering like sort of like your other self or your childhood self, like stuff like that. Like I talk about it all the time.
Right.
Seeing people eat raw rabbit, I don't come across that at all. Ever. I
Oh, you
shouldn't.
you you
Cook your
don't you
rabbits,
don't
guys.
you don't just, like, go out in the wilderness for the weekend and just fucking
I mean, it was a great movie though. I mean, the acting, I couldn't. Like when she started talking, like and kind of like finding her voice for like the first time, I was like, dang. I don't know how the tether got lost though. Like how did they got disconnected or whatever?
Again, that's just another
No, I need answers. Somebody give me the answers. Even if it's like a fan theory, I will take it. I will take it and be like, no, yep, that's exactly what happened. I will
so
take that.
that's the thing, you have to with movies like this, they can't give you all the answers
Yes,
because
again.
of that reason.
Easy,
No.
easy. They can just be like, I will settle for. I didn't think that far ahead when I wrote the movie. Like I will settle for that.
Fine, here's your homework. You are going to, after this,
No,
look
I
up
don't want to
all
go look up stuff. I
look
want you
up
to
all
tell
the
me.
look up all the interviews on YouTube that Jordan Peele did, and you could just sit and listen to him speak about his own movie. How about that?
Nah, he's no, because when he speaks about like when people speak about their movie, they don't actually like reveal like all that much because spoilers.
Well, like
Listen. I'm busy, okay? I don't wanna. Somebody please write these down in the comments. Tell me why they lost the tether, like why they got disconnected. Even if it's
give
your
her
own
all the
fan theory,
answers.
I would like to know. Thank you. Also, why
Jordan
didn't they
Peele
cook?
out there, please save me from Liz. Give me
Yeah,
the
why didn't they cook the
answers.
rabbits? Like, why did they have to be raw rabbits? And wouldn't they have like I don't know, caught some sort of disease by eating raw rabbits? And then the kid kept the rabbit. I would have been like, never. I would never want to
You are
see a
still
rabbit
stuck on this. This is the funny part. Like,
because it was gross. Okay. You know what I thought was kind of funny, which
what?
is kind of wrong. That the well, I guess it makes sense because she's the one that masterminded it all. But
Yeah.
like the white family, like they didn't like do anything. They were just like, all right, cool, kill, like just everyone, like not here I am, you're me, I am you. Like there was nothing. It was just kind of like, bam, you're done. I'm taking over your life. Oh,
I
and
think
then
that
that
was
part.
pretty I think that was pretty much for all the other tethered because again, they were just like kind of pawns in the scheme. They're just like, okay, here's my turn now.
And they couldn't
Boom.
talk. Yeah, they didn't have like a
Yeah.
real reason. They just wanted to be like in the upper world, I guess.
Well, that's why you saw the other kitty, like she was just like putting on her makeup and she's like, ah,
Yeah,
ah.
it was like so much creepier that they didn't actually speak and just made random noises. Um, the one scene where they were just arguing about like who had the most kill count, and it was like a whatever thing. I was like,
When
dang.
I know the teenage daughter, she was like, I killed the most. You only killed one because I finished off the other girl for you. Although I will say, I see that's why I've always said comedy and horror are the same coin but opposite sides because you can fit a little bit of horror into a comedy and vice versa, no matter what. Um, just like how the mom and dad were arguing, like, do you really just bring up Home Alone right now? We're not
I was
talking
like,
about
listen, I was like, honestly, same, bro, same. I would have, and then I mean, I guess they could show like the clip of me like ranting about how I thought they were good parents. Like, why wouldn't they show their kids Home Alone? Like it's a classic. They have to. Listen, hold on. This is a call
I'm
to
buying you
all
some
of the
goddamn
parents
WD-40 for your damn mic.
because you know why? I don't think this is a thing that I'm supposed to be able to move. I think it's just supposed to stay like that. But I cannot make it stay like that. Anyway, point being, stop distracting me. Point being is that if you're a parent out there and you have not shown your children of age, an appropriate age, all the movie classics, what are you waiting for? They need to be
Have you
informed. You
seen
cannot
all
live
the movie classics?
the movie classics to me, yes.
Okay, so we need a breakdown of your list then.
Home Alone is one of them, okay? Like you kind of have to show your kids Home Alone. Like why wouldn't you show their kids? It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we need your list then of like what is your breakdown?
Just all the movies I've seen. That's what the classics are.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
So, like you said you could earlier you said you could handle this kind of thing. So I'm guessing this wasn't exactly as like didn't make you jump as much. It didn't make you
No, no, it didn't. I was actually honestly like expecting to get a lot more like jump scared on it, but part of it made it kind of difficult because I couldn't see anything. It was so dark, and I
let me
ended up
guess, you
like
were watching
losing
it in a
shit.
bright ass room.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
maybe.
part of it. When you watch these movies, you have to watch it in a dark room.
No, I am not. No, are you kidding me? Heck no.
That's part of the ambiance.
No, listen, next time, so I ended up having to like switch from one camera recording like my reactions to switch into another one. And I think for the next one, I'm just gonna use my webcam. I wanted to use like good footage, with my fancy cam, but it only takes like 2 hours of like footage and I hadn't removed like the one from last time. But I
Mm,
was like this close to being like, I'll just watch it on TV because I don't like hearing it like in like so close. It's just so much more personal where I'm like listening to my headphones. But if because I was gonna record with the other one, like it was gonna pick up all the noise from the
right,
thing, so
right.
I couldn't do that. But for the next one, I'm definitely doing that. I don't need it in my ears. This is way too personal. Like far away and over there is great.
Away from you, no more.
Yeah. Wait, what's the next one we're watching?
Midsommar will be the fourth of our
Oh, because
quadrilogy or whatever.
you know what the other one was that I wanted to
Hmm.
see. I thought we were watching Psycho, but
I
then I
mean, we
think I
can.
switched it for this one. No, no,
We
I really want to watch Midsommar though.
okay.
That's the movie that I really want to watch.
Well, Midsommar is a good one because it's a light-based horror type. So, like, a lot of horror movies have dark tones or in the dark, have like like it's all very dark and shadowed. This
Mm-hmm.
one actually flips script. What anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about the next episode before we're even there. So, um, so this one didn't scare you as much. You're more focused on the rabbit. And how so my question is for you, did you pick up on all the subtle like hints and notes throughout the movie that led up to the reveal? Or were you just too entirely focused like I don't like this.
Well, it was kind of like everything from the beginning was kind of sussy, and then I was like, wait, who's the little girl? And I was like confused because like for a second I was like, wait, I don't remember who the little like the parents were. I was like, was it him then? Like did she just get remarried to someone else? And then eventually I was like, oh, she's the little girl that was born. And I was like, wait, okay, they're hunting her. That kind of makes sense.
Right.
um because she was kind of like, I guess, the first one to sort of like discover them. um she seemed to know much more because she kept telling the husband to like shut up, and he was just kind of like trying. He was like, you could see he was trying to like normalize this and be like, this is just them trying to like rip us off or like steal our money, and like this is normal. And the lady was like, no, 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 like shut up, like you have no idea what's going on here, right? I'll take
Some
care of it.
otherworldly shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, now that I think about it, hold on. She seemed to be sort of like a little bit sad to like kill off the shadow people. Especially like when it came to like the daughter, she was just
Mhm.
kind of like, oh, the portrait that
Yeah.
was so creepy. I couldn't really see, but she was like bent in half, right? That was so weird.
Well,
Um,
another thing too, if you picked up on it, was towards the beginning of the movie, she was like, "I'm not good at the
at the
talking."
talking.
Yeah, it's because she had to learn.
Well,
Shadow people
I
don't
thought I
talk.
thought it was because she was traumatized.
That's the misgive. That's what you're supposed to think, but it's really because she was a shadow. Again, I've seen this movie a couple of different times, so, like,
Well,
I've
yeah, I
gotten
mean,
to
no, it
sit.
kind of makes sense, like why everything was like so overwhelming for her. To like, I want to know why she stopped dancing though.
I think
There
that's
was like no
because
explanation because the other
my
girl was
s
dancing.
right, because I think because they were still tethered together and she was still the shadow, if the because it she showed, um, hey, it gave up at 14, and you saw them pan back to them, and they're, like, adorning her because she is the non-tethered, basically, and that's when her, like, plan started, pretty much. So I that's my guess, is that, like, at age 14 is when the non-tethered girl who's in the shadows is like, "Alright, nope, we're breaking out, guys, we're doing this."
I wonder why it took her so long though to like escape. Like was she like brainwashed when she was down there? Because like she wasn't that young. She was like 8 maybe? 10? I can't judge kids' ages.
I mean,
Like
I
she
would
must have like remember a lot more than that.
well, you have to think she was probably traumatized herself because she got kidnapped, she got stolen. She's in the society of people that are, like, crazy, can't speak, and if you're in that type of place for years, for decades,
Well,
and
yeah,
you have
but
to
that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't she just like try to like get out?
they were probably keeping her there until they realized she was, like, the holy messiah or whatever.
Yeah, guess.
Because it was only by chance that her tethered actually got out herself.
Yeah, that was also kind of weird. How like she was just able to like leave.
So Liz has
What kind of
finally
toys did
figured
she get? Wait, hold on. Like she was like, oh, the toys that I would get like will cut my fingers. And I was like, what did you get as toys? And also, how come nobody noticed that there was like a massive amount of electricity being used down there?
I don't know, maybe they were bike powering it. I don't know.
By powering.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
So here's the
Did
thing,
they make
Liz.
it to
Okay.
Mexico?
So Liz,
Was this also happening in Mexico? No, wait, I need answers.
Liz, you're finally delving into horror films. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. 90% of shit that happens in horror films does not get solved. It does not get
Uh
answered. It
no,
does not.
I'm done. I'm done. You know what, Midsommar? Never mind. I'm just gonna read like a summary online or something. No, I need answers. Like, what the heck?
It does not. It doesn't all wrap up in a bow, nice and cozy, fancy. It doesn't. You don't ever get that because that's
Sequel?
part of horror is the unknown.
No, that's the word. No, 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 no. I know what it feels like. I have anxiety. I know the unknown is the worst, bro. I live that every single day of my life. I don't need it in movies. God.
That's why it's called horror. It's not called a happy
No.
kids movie fun time cartoon.
See, this is why I just watch anime, man. And like the cool anime, not that makes you cry and gives you thinking for ages.
Oh, I
Because
don't
there's
know.
that anime out there.
Some of those animes are the best thing ever. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, of course, to you. You're like, oh, listen, I don't stress enough in my life. With the all
Look,
of the unknown happening in my life,
here's what
I
I
need
have to say.
more.
Here's what I have to say. It's hard for me to cry sometimes. So I need an extra like boost. So I watch a sad anime to help me cry.
Yeah, but then the anime can have a happy ending. So, so you're happy after you cry.
I guess I don't know, but like Anohana bawled my eyes out.
Yeah, I'm
Plastic
never
Memories
watching that.
bawled my eyes out. Freaking Your Lie in April, bawled my eyes out.
Yeah, no, those are the ones I'm actively like avoiding.
But they're so good.
Yeah,
They're so
right.
good. Grave of the
I yeah,
Fireflies, bawled my eyes
also
out.
never watching that.
It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
Wait, I did say it last time. But if somebody does give a significant donation to Psychology for Geeks, I will watch these movies, even though I don't want to. So if you want to force me to watch it, give me
Force her
money. And that's the only way I'm gonna be able to like to watch these movies. Like, nah, I give up. I thought no, no, I need more answers. And then you know what? I'm just gonna go off on like my own sort of like fan fiction of this, and I'm just gonna say that it only happened in like Santa Cruz or whatever they were, and it didn't really spread. Or I guess it was in the United States because at the beginning they say that the tunnels like are all over the U.S. or something like that, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah, and I'm
the
like, it doesn't
fact that
happen in
they had
Mexico. I'm just gonna move to Mexico. Bye, you guys. Next time you see me, the background's gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be sepia toned, like in all the movies. That's so stupid. Anyway,
we
I
call
am
that
gonna
the
be
piss
eating
filter, by the
mangoes.
way.
Ew. I'm gonna be eating mangoes and
Mm.
tacos.
Oh my god, I
And
had mangoes earlier today with with some chamoy and tajin. Oh, so good.
oh yeah. We have like a we have a guava tree in the backyard, and usually my parents are here to help us eat it. Like we have donated like 2 bags full of like lemons because we have a big lemon tree, and like I honestly I don't really cook. My brother doesn't really cook, and we have like a bunch of lemons. So if you want some
Bro,
lemons, come
put
over
that
and
in
I'll
my
give you
care
lemons.
package.
They'll be a nasty and road by the time they get to you.
Well, yeah, because it'll be in the box, but you won't send the box for like 5 months. So it's like,
Bro, I keep forgetting. Like the other day, oh wait, I have to go to the bank sometime today. No, you know what? I'm sending David to do it. I don't know. Anyway, point being, I'm just gonna believe that it didn't happen in Mexico, so I am now moving to Mexico to prevent this from happening in the future. And then, like, you know, the other thing, like the whole time I was just thinking about, like, listen, the only one that like actually armed herself was or themselves was the son and the mom
the daughter
because
got the poker. Or the golf
did
club, I
did
should say. The golf club
but did she
initially.
keep it?
Well, no, because it, like, she thought she killed the. I don't know.
No, because like once they watched on the news that like it was happening everywhere and the police wasn't picking up, I was like, dang. And I was like, I was with the guy. I was like, you're gonna be there as safe as you're gonna be anywhere. But then see, no, wait a minute. The mom was the shadow the whole time and she suggested going to Mexico. That's how we know it didn't happen in Mexico. I am definitely moving. Yep. I mean, I can do telehealth from over there. Yeah. I'll
All
get
right,
my answers.
so Jordan Peele, Liz has answered her own questions for your film. Please
To tomorrow.
respond. Please respond if you agree with what she's saying. We should just all
It
move to
only makes
Mexico.
sense, you know?
Oh my gosh. So Jordan Peele, let us know.
If that's what he had in mind. Is that why there's so many like American citizens moving to Mexico these days?
No, it's because it's cheaper and we all hate the
Dana.
politics.
Like the politics over there are much better.
Yeah, but at least it's cheaper.
True. And great food all the time
I was gonna
for
say, yeah,
really cheap.
food for days.
Yeah, my brother. We went to the store the other day, and he was like, we were thinking about, we were just buying stuff, and then my brother said, "Oh, I wish they sold like smaller Mexican cheese, right? Because if we buy like a big one, we're not gonna finish it. So two of
Mm.
us, and we don't really cook Mexican food that often." And then I was like, "Oh, in Mexico, you can get because not everything is packaged. You ask for like, you know, wait, it's kilograms."
Yeah, well, it's also
It's like
because like you
pieces.
typically in places like that, America's one of the few places where like people go to the grocery store and like buy in bulk, so to say. A lot of people will like shop for the day type of
Ain't nobody
deal.
got time for that. Bro, I don't even have time to shop for the week.
But that's what I'm saying. In a lot of places, like you have a better work-life balance in other countries, and you typically like, yes, you can buy in bulk like certain items and stuff, but like people will just like buy for the day and cook for the day. That's why like their food waste is down because they buy what they need for that meal and eat it.
Well, that's also because they
Like
can't
the
really afford it.
rabbits that they ate.
Ew! Why you bring it out? It's so disgusting. Like one of the things I did like about it is like how they kept like flipping it back and forth between like what happened back in the day and like what was happening now. That was really cool. When she started dancing and like while she was dancing, she was like, like hitting her, and I was like,
Mhm.
dang. But now I'm like, I don't know who to root for though, because she was the shadow the whole time.
And that's part of what they're saying, like it's not that one was necessarily bad and one was necessarily good. It's just, it's all circumstance. It's like I just think like, okay, what if, you know, perfect example. What if I went to University of Maryland for college instead of University of Tampa? Would I have actually finished my degree? Would I have not? Would I have gone into chaos? Or what if even when I was like 9 or 10, what if I broke my leg and couldn't do martial arts for a while? It's just all the things of like it's all circumstantial.
This is taking the whole like multiverse into like a whole way too creepy like side. But hold on, you have pressed my button, so now I have to rant about stuff. So
Okay.
a part
What
of the
is
reason,
first rant?
well, I think part of the reason why I was just kind of like, yeah, this topic, yeah, I understand, yeah, whatever, and like more focused on the rabbits and like the ending of the thing. It's because that's what I've been sort of like studying up on lately, on sort of like everything in our environment that influences us.
Right.
And a lot of
The
the
whole
times,
nature versus nurture type of deal.
not necessarily that, but it's more like even like generations, like whoever your
True.
ancestors were back in the day, you're still affected by what they experience. Because one of the things that, in the movie we saw how like the little kid was sort of like, well, both of them, they were kind of like mimicking, like the shadows were mimicking
Mm.
the real people. um it, that's how we are as kids. We just sort of like do what our parents, well, we see our parents do. And
Right.
if our parents are like really anxious, if our parents are traumatized about something, we learn that from them, right?
Mhm.
Like the behaviors, the way that we deal with like emergencies, the way that we do stuff, it, we sort of like all learn that. And then it gets passed down from generation to generation, because you don't, unless you go to therapy and like try really really hard to
Mhm.
change sort of like your habits and stuff, which takes a long time. You still will be doing, what you learned. And if you learn um to handle emergencies by disconnecting and then just ensuring that someone else deals with it, then that's what you're going to continue doing. That's what your kids are going to learn how to do.
Mhm.
There was this TikTok video that I saw where somebody was saying, it was like two moms, right, talking about the differences between their sons and their daughters, saying, "Oh, well, if the daughter sees that the dishwasher is like full, the daughter will like empty it. But the
Mhm.
son, even though it is sort of like his responsibility or like his chore or whatever to like take out the trash, whenever he sees the trash full, like he doesn't take it out." um and then somebody else sort of like stitched that and was saying, well, you know what, that's what the daughter sees. The daughter sees mom always doing X, Y, and Z, so therefore that's
Right.
kind of what I have to do. But then the boy never sees dad do X, Y, and Z, so he always has to be told to do something like very specifically. Otherwise they're kind of like, oh well, I'm just used to somebody else taking care of
Mhm.
it. Which is really really sad, actually,
Trust
that
me, I know.
nowadays we still.
I have to operate condition some people to do things.
I think there is a on my side, on my part, there's like an understanding of like, okay, yes, I understand, especially like as a kid, you don't really understand. But once, let's say I never saw my mom cook or anything, and therefore I don't cook, right? I just kind of
Mhm.
like wait or eat out or whatever. And then I get married or find a partner, and then they're like, oh no, you need to like help me cook and do all these things. I will hope that people are like, oh, yes, now there is nobody to do all these tasks for me, so now I
Mhm.
have to do it myself, right? But it's not really
Okay.
the case
I was
for
gonna say, you are a prime example, miss.
what.
Well, like how your mom really isn't around now, and despite that, you don't really learn to cook. You're just like,
But I do feed myself. I cook enough to feed myself. Okay.
because I was gonna say because every day you're like, Hope, just move out here and cook for me.
Well, because then that would be easier. Then I could get more stuff done that I actually want to do. Cooking sucks. I
I
hate
love
cooking.
cooking though. Well, that's the best. That's also a different thing. I love to cook. I also love to
See, there you
feed
go.
people,
Oh,
but
there you go. Come feed me. I'll eat it.
I I do also like to eat. Like I went to this food truck thing yesterday. Oh my god,
Oh,
it was so
I
good.
saw the videos of it. Did you eat from
Oh,
it? I don't know if you even saw my
so
message.
good. I got so much food. It was the thing is it was Asian night. So I because on Facebook I'm on this like Asian foodies of Tampa network thing. So like I
Mm,
get updated on all the events and I was like, all right,
mm.
this is happening tonight. We're going.
Yeah, my brother went and I went to get sushi yesterday, and there was a bone in my sushi.
There was a bone.
Yeah, they didn't debone the eel that well.
Oh, eel's hard though.
It only happens when I go to that particular restaurant, though, because I always order eel. I don't like the thought
Oh.
of raw fish. Same as like I don't like the thought of like raw rabbit. Like I still don't understand why didn't they just cook it? It's not like they didn't know how or probably I don't know why
I need to
rabbits.
make like a counter at the bottom of the screen how many times the rabbit comes up in this video.
It's just so gross. And then like the I briefly like out of the corner of my eye because I was like trying to clean my desk at the same time, and I just kind of like looked, and then they were like, "Oh yeah," like feeding each other like rabbit because that's what they're like real people were doing at the fair, and I was like, "Gross." You know what? I'm never feeding anybody. I'm just never like spoon feeding people. I'm not like feed yourself if you want to. Like, what if this is all real and I'm force feeding people like to eat rabbit, raw rabbit? That's so gross. And also, how did they like get all the same shirts and like stuff? And if they could get the same shirt, because the little girl like had the same shirt or like the same outfit and the same hairdo, and I'm like, if that was the case, couldn't they also get like the same toys?
You're thinking too far into this film.
This is no. See, this is why I don't watch these movies. This just make me mad. I'm like, makes no sense.
So so Jesse and I well, I've gotten this phrase from Jesse before, and
Mm.
whenever you have these questions, we always revert back to this phrase because the movie needs to happen. There
The
is
movie
no
could still
logical
happen.
reasoning.
No, the movie could still happen, and I can still get all my answers. Listen, when we watch Scooby Doo, we got all of the answers. Okay, like why couldn't
Because
this movie
that's
do the
Scooby
same?
freaking Doo.
So still, it's still horror, ain't it?
Oh, Scooby Doo, it's a children's cartoon. I just said usually in heart cartoons, it wraps up with the bow, all nice and neat. And it's a very simplistic thing. You and I weren't having philosophical discussions about Scooby Doo. No, we were just saying how adorable it is and how much we like to eat. With this film, we have
Well, I talk about
philosophical.
food right now. I like think about his nasty ass rabbit, and I'm like, what did they do with the fur? Is that how they paid the electricity bill by selling the fur and the rabbit feet?
Oh my god.
Like this is this is my brain whenever I'm
So
watching
god.
those cartoons. Like I think it. can also happens in like Jujutsu Kaisen nowadays, where they're fighting and then they like completely decimate buildings and stuff like that. And I'm like, who's gonna pay for all that stuff? You know, like I'm just so concerned about like I think it was like in the Superman movies where they would just like grab cars, or like the Avengers would just grab cars and like throw it at the aliens, and I'm like, that's someone's hard-earned car. Like the insurance isn't gonna cover that. What if they only had like part of insurance? You know, like
So, well, that's funny because there's like videos that like comedy videos that people have made. Is like, look, you live in a proximity of the Hulk, man. You need to get this insurance because, and it's like people selling like superhero insurance because of shit
yeah.
like that happening. It's like, yo, you're in a 30-mile proximity of the Hulk. He can destroy your car. He can destroy your home. Okay, and he just has to sneeze. Okay, is your regular insurance going to cover that? No, that's why you need to get our superhero insurance.
Wait. Now I'm curious. How big is Santa Cruz? Like how many?
I don't know. You live on that side of the country. I don't.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I freaking know. Wait, what is it
You have
called?
a better idea than I would.
Santa Cruz. Wait, population? Okay, wait, hold on. Now I need to figure out the population of the place I live. Yeah, half. Yes, I am just gonna continue living in the middle of nowhere, you guys, because clearly all this weird ass shit only happens in big cities. Okay, yeah, Santa Cruz is not that big, but it's still double the size of the town I live, and only because we have a state prison here, and they count all the prisoners as residents of the area. So technically, it will be even less people living here. So there is no way there's underground tunnels here, right?
That you know of.
No, there's no tunnels here. That I'm just gonna
That
go with
you
that.
know of.
But you know what? You know what's sad? Even if they were like, well, I guess just for the living outside of the weird hallways, I guess they would. Would you if you encounter your shadow self? Will you just be like, oh yeah, just come on, like we'll be twins or whatever?
Well, that depends. Is their first reaction to immediately kill me, or are they gonna try? Because if it would be me, I'd be like, bro, do you want to pull some awesome pranks? Like, but, you know, if they immediately try to kill me, I'm gonna kill the bitch. So
Now I
it's
need to figure
very.
out whether I have enough, like not like real weapons, but like weapon like things I can use to defend myself in my house. I don't have a poker. I don't have golf clubs in my house. I don't have a bat. None of my siblings ever do sports.
That's why you need to move here because I have all the weapons.
I feel like that would be even worse in Florida. You live too close to a big city. No, thank you.
I am in a
There,
city.
there's probably underground tunnels in your city, not in
No,
mine.
actually,
This
because
area used to be a lake.
Florida is zero elevation. There is no fucking tunnels because it would be the water.
It's underwater tunnel then. Jeez, still work.
No, they would drown.
Not
They
if they
would all
have like
just
a
drown.
tunnel. Wait, and then okay, I have another question. So what would happen to the shadow people if I move to like the other side of the country? Will my shadow people like walk all the way across the country using their
All
tunnels
right,
to move to where I
people,
was?
please help me. Please try to explain this to Liz. That
I
this is thinking
need answers.
far beyond what any movie would go delve into unless it's like a TV series. If this was like a TV series, you might get those answers, but as a movie, not gonna happen.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't watch horror movies. If this is how psychological horror is supposed to be like, I'm like, pass. I'm just like, nah, bruh. I ain't about that life. I need answers. Can't live
Well,
without
you won't
knowing.
let me show you spoopy spiritual movies, so
Because those are actually scary, Hope.
I don't know what you want from me. I don't
To
know what you
accept the
want.
fact I will never become a horror fan because because I choose to cook my rabbit, first of all. I choose to create a story that, or
Well,
read stories and stuff that are completed.
look, technically, it doesn't have to be horror to have like raw meat. Think of Lord of the Rings and Smeagol. He ate all of his like fish and rabbits raw.
Smeagol was crazy.
I'm just saying it doesn't have to be horror.
But like any scene with Smeagol was kind of like horror though.
Stop poking holes in my shit.
Um
Personal process. Let's
just yeah, just listen
brush
to names.
and wriggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I can think of all I can think about is the rabbit. Ugh. Now it makes
That's gonna
sense
be
why.
that's gonna be the title to this video. It's like us. Is there more than just the rabbit?
Why didn't they cook the rabbit? Like why? I don't understand. They had like massive electricity. It was nice and clean. Who cleaned? Who cleaned that area? Because it wasn't them. They were all over here huddling together, pretending to go on roller coaster rides. So who made sure that it was clean? Somebody had to do it.
Maybe it was the shadow of someone like me
Or
who
like
was a
the
crime scene
gardener.
cleaner and just kept cleaning.
Not the gardener, the what is it? The custodian of the place or whatever.
Right. The janitor.
Nah, I can't be yes. That makes no sense. No.
Nope. Just let it be, Liz. Just let it be that some things cannot be answered. This is your facing your fears of the unknown and the unanswered. They not everything can be answered. Horror is what it is. Anxiety you will have by not knowing.
Yeah, but I live that every day of my life. I don't need to have
It's
more of it.
horror reflects life.
But I don't need to have more of my life. I'm trying to escape my life a little bit to bring me happiness. I don't want to watch something. Oh, it's really um. Oh, I don't have anything that's kind of like. Anyway, uh, point being, I don't like it. Okay, I don't need to be reminded how the world sucks and how there's no answers to everything, and because I have to deal with the fact that because I work with people all the time who are like, whoa, I'm trying really hard to be able to do this, but they can't because of like where they were born, to who they were born, how they made
Mhm.
it across the border to people,
Yes,
the
yes,
color of their
yes.
skin. I deal with that all the time. I don't want to like come home and watch something that will remind me of that. I want an anime that's like
Then
nice and sweet and cute. Oh,
watch Nightmare on Elm Street and you can just think of a dude trying to stab people in their dreams.
in their dreams? No, I think that would really scare me.
I don't know,
Dreams are
Freddy's
scary.
hysterical. I love Freddy.
No, no, dreams are, the dreams can be scary.
Or how about just a dude in a mask who just tries to kill all the campers who try and have sex before they're married?
I think I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. I would just probably be judging them and be like, kids, you all probably had it coming because you made horrible decisions. This is what is it? Not karma. It's survival of the fittest. Like if you make dumb decisions, you know, evolution's gonna be like, sorry, bro. Like you dumb. You know.
I'm trying to think. Or what about Halloween and Michael Myers? Just you're gonna just be like watching behind every bush with him just like waiting.
Wait, what is he? What is his deal? Like, why is he
He's
like
like
killing people?
because he was like in a psych ward and then he's going after his family and then it just gets convoluted as the series goes on. But
I'm just not gonna talk to my family. Dang it! I was
you
planning on
talk to your
reconnecting, but
brother
that's
every 5 seconds.
well. extended family, okay? Because what if they turn out to be like psychos and want to kill me for whatever psycho reason?
Well, you
But
have
if I try
You
to
actually
move
have
to
Psycho,
Mexico,
which is, you know, the son because of his mother. You have Halloween because Mike Myers and his sister. You have
well, what did the sister do?
oh, she was the bitch. No, she was an older sister. He didn't like her.
I'm a good sister. I'm a good sister, okay? I make fun of my siblings. I yell at them, tell them to do better, tell them to do cool stuff. Once about to get married, and I told him, hey, save money so you'll have a really awesome wedding. See, I'm a good sister. And also because he's
calling
probably gonna be the only one to get married and have kids. So I'm like,
this
yeah, you're
call,
gonna take the
call,
burden off of me and my other brother.
calling David to tell him to dress up as Michael Myers for Halloween. Got it.
Nah, he already scares me, that punk. So okay, listen. So
No, I'm
um
still laughing over when we were having the meeting and he's in the background and he's like,
uh
and I was the
I
only
didn't
one
notice him.
and yeah, I was the only one out of like the five of us who noticed him. I was like, did no one else see that?
No, because he like that. I usually have my door open if I'm working here or like well, if I'm like chilling in my bed, I can usually see because it's more like direct view. But if I'm like doing something on my computer, I can't really see him until he makes a noise, until I see sort of like a shadow of something, and then I'm like, what? And then he's there. But I got so used to it, and I blame my dog because my dog, whenever my brother will come home, he'll get really excited and go up and greet him, right? But then
Mhm.
now he's like, "Oh yeah, that's just my uncle," and he doesn't even move from his nap. So now I don't have like a tattletale of like my siblings coming home, you know.
Oh no, my boys, they always alert me.
Mine's too lazy. He's like, "Yeah, mom's here, I don't care."
Okay, here's another question for you. Do all the animals have tethered as well?
Now,
Or is it
because
just humans?
the one lady said that it was all human experiment or something, right?
I'm just trying to make you think of more stuff.
No, I'm just no. It's just gonna go back to the rabbit. They were just eating the rabbit. Oh, I have a rabbit right on top of my thing. I think I'm gonna switch it for like a different something. Stupid rabbits.
Anyway, I think before we keep circling back to the rabbit 1,000 more times, Liz, what are your final thoughts other than the goddamn rabbit?
Well,
You
so the lesson
survived.
here,
You
the lesson
survived.
here. Ah, I survived. Yeah. The lesson here is never watching psychological horror again because they don't answer your questions, and that is done. And I don't like it particularly. It's like
Yet
they
we're
just set
watching
out to
Midsommar.
offend me. Dang it! Only because we already planned it. All right. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Uh, wait. Does that also leave you with a bunch of questions?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Wait. Stop distracting me. I'm trying to put together my last thoughts without thinking of the rabbits. Oh, my ears kind of. Are my ears rabbit ears?
Focus.
Ugh, wait. Uh, wait. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Point of this story is don't watch psychological horror because they don't give you all the answers and you don't need that in your life. One. Two. Always cook your meat. Unless it's sushi, maybe. But even then, try to
What
cook
about
your
beef
meat.
tartare?
Cook your meat. Uh Three. The acting, incredible. I absolutely loved it. It was so great. It was a little dark, and I guess it was because my room is really bright, but I was not gonna watch it in a darker environment. Okay. That is just asking for trouble. Um was wait, what's my other point?
Not gonna watch in the dark. Cook
I'm
your
not gonna
meat.
wait. Mm, mm.
No more psychological horror.
No, but it was yeah, I mean, but overall it was a good it was a good
Are
movie.
you happy you watched it overall? Are you
I
happy
think
to face
so.
this? Are you happy to face this horror film?
No, because now I have all these questions that nobody has answers to. But at least my curiosity was like, you know, wait, what's the word? I can't think. Oh god.
I think your curiosity was satiated
Yeah,
in
that's the word.
the
I just
fact
wanted to
that
know what happened in the movie. I kind of figured it was gonna be like the family like got away, and I wasn't really like super mega attached to any of the characters. If anyone sort of like, no, you know what the other for my fourth point is, you need to make sure you have some sort of protection weapon thingy, and that you live in a small town either in Mexico or in the US where there is less likely to have tunnels underground or something. Yes.
okay. So that sums it up, folks. You have small town, you have
Live in
weapons,
Mexico.
live in Mexico. You live in Mexico.
Cook your rabbit.
Cook your meat. Cook your
Don't
meats.
watch these movies.
Don't- there you have it. That is the Dr. Gremlin 5 point of this film, Us by Jordan Peele. And please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. You know, we always appreciate any views, any likes, any loves that you get from us. Please comment down below about what you think about this film and what you think about
And give me
Liz's
answers, please.
reaction.
All my answers.
I was about to
If you
say,
have
and
theories, please let me know.
place your place your us fanfic down below.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
I would like
also,
to.
just like she is wearing, we also have plenty of Mind Brain Movies merch. She is currently wearing her Dr. Gremlin Chaos shirt. We also have other merch on there as well. It's all great. A portion of the proceeds do go to the nonprofit where we do help spread mental health awareness and mental health resources to help everyone in better need. So please check that out. Check us out. Give us some love. And we will see you next time for the fourth installment, which is Midsommar, of our spooky Halloween season horror films.
Yeah, tune in next time to hear me rant and just get mad about something else I don't have answers to. But if you happen to also have the answers to Midsommar, please, especially tune in for that one because I will also need answers. If you have some
Exactly.
fan theories and stuff, please, please, I need
Actually,
answers.
some people have done some Animal Crossing reenactments with Midsommar, and it's hysterical.
Okay.
If you look up, so fun fact, people, go on YouTube or after you're done watching this, type in like Midsommar Animal Crossing. Oh, it's great. And I will leave everyone else on that note. Have a good night, and thank you for letting us be the Sherpa into your mind brain. Good night.